Okay.
Aspetta. Napoli. Okay, so going to the centro direzionale, I was thinking that we have a gap.
Are you on Google Earth?
No, I'm on maps of the Mac, the Macintosh Maps. It's a software.
Macintosh map okay, in the laptop. Okay, great. Yeah.
And here, at this level, at the level of the streets below the platform of the centro direzionale, so at the highness of the garage, the water flows just few centimeters below this level. No, the groundwater is maybe 50 centimeter down, no, 80 centimeters. It's very high. So
you mean you're talking about groundwater?
Yes.
Okay.
Groundwater is flowing right there, few centimeters.
So this area, sorry to interrupt, but this area in the past, historically, was probably like a swamp.
Was a swamp, yes.
Got it.
Yes. And it was, let's say, a swamp when needed. And it was, the water was controlled in the canals when they wanted to dry the site.
Okay, so here in this picture, where you have your mouse, is an entrance, and the other opening is exit, and everything underneath the platform in this axis is all parking.
Is all garage.
Garage. Okay.
Yeah. Garage on both sides, or below this part here, and below the buildings.
Okay.
And there is also a little bit of circulation under the building. I can maybe show you because
and one thing that before I forget, you sent me two set of pictures from right, and one of them was taken from that spot.
One is taken from above here.
Okay.
And the
other
one, I think it's taken from here.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because I am this side here. Sorry, not this side here. Sorry, this side here.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. You didn't take it from the center.
And from here, because this one, it's a lower space. And those one are higher spaces. In particular, actually, this one, it's a higher space, I'm sure. This one might be on the same level of here, of this. Here you walk 4-5 staircases, 4 stairs below, and here then you walk up again, and then here you walk up other dozen of stairs.
We don't have a section that shows elevation of
you know, I've been looking actually at this, and I think I need to check in a library because I didn't find it in the internet, Kyong.
Okay, for now, I'm going to, it doesn't matter. I just tell them that it's flat.
Yeah.
And then the middle is, the two ends are up by a certain amount of height, and then center is down. Okay.
Yes.
I give them just kind of a, you know,
a rough idea.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's we don't even need to be that precise, I guess. You know, with this.
So okay, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I can tell you that here you can even see in this the circulation gives you an idea that here there is a street going like this. You can either once you enter to the side from here, you enter to the side, right? You like this, and here you stay high, and here you go down. You go down and you enter below here like this. Tuck, you enter below, and then you do like this. You see, the streets are going lower here.
So that part is open, huh?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay.
So we see the street below here. And with the car, you go on like this until you can turn. This is a way to turn around and go back like this, you see?
Okay.
Or you go until the end of the place, you exit and you enter back this way.
Actually, so far, only I actually have 18 students. And so far, only 4 of them have responded to picking the site. Actually, only 3. Yeah, only 3. They all pick this site.
They've all picked this side, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more similar, I think, for their experience. I mean, the other side might be very different from the places you
Well,
have.
I think the land site is probably they thought it was kind of ugly, unattractive. So it's like kind of like shopping, you know. They picked the nicer one.
Yeah, in fact,
it wasn't. I don't think it was that deeply thought out of. Yeah.
There is from my point of view, there is no comparison. This side is much more. I mean, it's incredible ugly in compared with the land courtyard.
Right, but they're thinking opposite. But they look at lands, the walls, and the building looks old, run down.
Yeah.
So they're not really used to working with Americans. Don't have
ancient
much
stuff,
experience with ruins, where
yeah.
you know Italians.
And Neapolitans in particular, we are used to ruins.
Right. I mean, even Roma, right? I mean, people live with Rome. Yeah. And also with going 2,000 years ago of Roman Empire, you know, the idea of living in ruin is long history of Italian.
It's like that. Yeah. You know, I've been thinking again. So at this at the possibility of raise the level of the water through the solar panels, put it on this on the surface. I was imagining of the buildings that makes the water be pumped 2 meters, or sorry, 5 meters higher at the level of these gardens. And giving it again the possibility to flow and to reach where you to reach, because that's something that has to be taught, generally speaking, more. There is the barrier here. There are several barriers which, you know, I should sometimes, you know, trace back the way, or the way the water could reach the sea again, because at the end of the day it must reach the sea anyway. Sorry. Alfonso, ti richiamo più tardi, non posso parlare ora. Ok, ciao. But I would, you know, even if it ends here in, this is a fontaine here. Yeah? So I imagine, and so there is a drainage system here working with the fontaine. I can imagine, let's say, a way to fill this surface with, and it reminds me here, you know, we have already said the historical Arabic gardens with the water flowing. Now that maybe even some of your students have already in the past, somebody I remember was doing such a was proposing such an idea, no?
Yeah, and I've shown examples of their work and also
of Arabic gardens.
Yeah.
We have it even examples in Sicily for that.
In Matera, right?
In Palermo.
Palermo, okay.
Yeah, La Cisa and La Cuba. La Cisa e La Cuba.
Okay.
And
in Palermo.
In Palermo boat, yeah. Maybe we go when you come. We take a boat and we go to Palermo a couple of days.
That would be great.
Palermo.
I mean, yeah, I've been to Palermo once. Yeah.
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 And other ways,
I mean, in Palermo, the food is great, right? Yeah.
Yeah, food, the mood as well. It's great. I love Palermo. The thing that I was thinking for come si chiama qua? San Carlo d'Arena. Questo è l'anificio. And here for the land, you know, I was thinking at I was thinking at because here I don't know what is happening below this area. No, I'm we know, I know that because of the amount of water reaching this area, already you know, even the church is called Santa Caterina a Formiello. Formiello comes from formale, which means aqueduct.
Can you write the name, because I could not find it in the Google map the name of the church.
Santa Caterina a Formiello. And
the name is
Formiello.
Formiello, it means.
I've sent it on WhatsApp, Kyong.
Right, but you were talking about the name of Formiello.
Yes,
means something.
Formiello means comes from formale, and formale means the aqueduct. And in fact, the aqueduct, as I mentioned other times, was the aqueduct of Bolla, was reaching the city from this side. And here in front of the walls, there must be somewhere two big basins collecting the water before entering the city. In the different branches of the aqueduct.
Before going through the Capuana.
Yeah, before entering the city, there were the water was collected somewhere here, but I don't. We still are looking for those basins. But the entire complex has been built also for the production of those priests, and they were.
What do you mean production of priests?
No, they were having a production of. They were doing production.
Factory, right? It turned into a factory, right?
It turns then into a factory before the priests have even finished to build. You see, these for instance, this cloister is not finished because they've you see all the arches and they didn't build this last part here, which was closing.
I see.
They never built it, and it was taken by these two brothers called
So
Sava.
it was before what it was a school to teach educate priests.
No, it was a cloister used by priests for several things. They were producing even medicines in this building here, in my building, but they were producing also other stuff. I'm not sure what it is. I don't remember it today, now in this moment. But for sure, when it became a factory of wool and of coloring fabric, it was used by these Sava brothers, which have been using this space for the amount of water which was available here. And in fact, there were other basins of water on the top of the walls here, and for sure, I have records of that. I found out about this here, right here. There are several basins inside the walls, and what I wanted to say, and that is, but I unfortunately don't have a map of the underground of this site here, and even Clemente doesn't have anything here to share.
I don't think that we need that now. Yeah.
But I'm saying that because what I was thinking that was possible here was to open some space and to reach the water underneath. I was thinking at the what we have in India, for instance, this
step down well. I showed that picture to them.
And there is not really a big space to do that, but still I believe that it could be shape an interesting space and gather access to the water, which is for sure here available in the underground.
You mean in this case?
Yes, because
idea is to suggest to students to dig in, go down,
deeper,
go down,
and
to reach the water.
To reach the water, yes,
and connect with potential cisterns that might be there.
Cisterns there are, for instance, in this corner here, there are cisterns,
so
and there was water flowing.
When you say cisterns, you're saying underground cisterns, right?
Yes, this one is not even that underground. This one here, it's at the level of the ground. It's maybe a couple of steps farther down, but it's let's say here there is already a gap. Here we are probably 2-3 meters above, and here it's lower. And I know that down here there were 2 cisterns with filled always with water, and the new owner, the guy who bought here, was trying to avoid the cistern to get filled with the water. I don't know how he managed, because he didn't want to show me anymore the work he was doing, because I was, telling him about the importance of that resource for him. But he didn't want the water to use the space in a different way. I think he was trying to make either I don't know which program he had in mind, but so but I'm sure that here there are cisterns, and there are probably other there were, for instance, pozis here to get water.
You mean they were?
For sure.
Okay.
There were.
So you're saying that the reason why these 2 brothers purchased this building and turned into a factory was because there were a lot of water here, and they used and so you're saying that most likely, even though you haven't researched, that there would be plenty of water here.
Yes,
and there may be a lot of underground cistern that we don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was the factory making?
They were making. It's called the Wall Factory. Wall Factory. Il Lanificio Reale. And
is Reale is a wall?
Reale is royal, and Lanificio, lana, is wall, lana. Lanificio is a factory to work lana, to work wool. And
so it was named that because it was a factory next to the wall.
No, because it was a wall factory. Aspetta che te lo scrivo. Hang on.
A wall, W-O-O-L. Okay.
Lanificio. How you spell wall? I don't know. Lana.
You mean W-O-O-L?
W-O-O-L. Yes.
You mean the stuff
wall
that make clothes?
Factory. Yeah. Lanificio Wall Factory. And they were producing. They were coloring also.
So they need a lot of water. They
needed a lot of water. In fact, have you heard about the red shirt army of Garibaldi?
No.
The Garibaldi, have you heard about Garibaldi? Was the general, colonel, I mean, an army guy, military guy, which has conquered the south of Italy with 1,000 soldiers. These soldiers, they met in Palermo, and actually from another city, from another from the coast of they met on the coast of Sicily, and from the Sicily they slowly came up and became a reasonable number, and fought just a little bit against the Bourbon, but they have conquered the south of Italy. And then they met Garibaldi met a Savoia king in Teano by Naples, a few kilometers north of Naples, and said, okay, we have conquered the country, actually shooting very little, because the South Italians were happy to listen that the country was becoming one, and also all the folk was happy because they were Garibaldi was saying that they were getting the land to grow. They were receiving pieces of land. So they were thinking to be freed with the new royals of the north of Italy. In fact, this didn't happen. But what I wanted to say is that the red shirts of this army were colored in Naples, there in that
in this factory.
Yeah. And actually, I tell you more, because Garibaldi said, okay, I'm not paying now. I'm going to pay. Actually, the king of Italy, the king of Savoia, will pay for this work, but the king of Turin never paid the work, and so the Sava brother went in bankrupt.
Nobody paid.
Yeah, they didn't pay, and the factory fall in bankrupt. And
so he was actually born right on the strait between Caprera. So it was very close to. It was with Corsica. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, Garibaldi was an interesting guy, but he didn't imagine that what was going to happen to the South. In fact, he also has written that he was ashamed of the job he was doing, because Italy, the south of Italy, became poorer and poorer after the unification with the north of Italy.
Right. Anyway, so let's get back to your site. And
yeah.
So basically, I just wanted to, in this meeting, to know what you think is possible in these two sites, which is hard to explain, but you could tell me more, because I want to make a program to students that helps them to inform them what could be possible to do here, right?
Yes. You know, I'm thinking that getting rid of all the cars here, we could try to approach the water below in some ways. And one example we just mentioned is the stairs going down here to the well, like in India, no, like in many places, and
I remember that. Where is the entrance? How do you get into that space?
From here.
Right. Kind of walk through there, what you see, because this way student gets some idea.
Yes.
But there was a gate. I remember there was a gate.
Yeah, let's say that here it's a gate. That's the entrance, like this. And that's the only entrance today.
Okay.
Although from this side there is the possibility. I mean, this is the only entrance, Kyong, because there are other accesses, but are let's say private accesses. That's the only public access.
Okay, no, that's fine. And then maybe I should. Okay. Maybe I should take the screen. You're on. Let me get to. Okay.
Kyong, I want to anticipate that at 6:35, 6:40, I need to rush. I have an appointment.
Right. I don't use Apple Map that much. What time? 6:40? Okay.
Yeah, 6:35, 6:40.
Okay. Okay, let me okay.
Take the screen. You're
take the screen. I don't use this is what I have. But this is not the map you're using, right?
No.
You see the screen?
Yes. No, I'm not using this.
Okay. This is what I have here, maps.
Yes, but it's another version. No, it looks different from mine.
Oh, 3D. Okay, here's okay. Okay.
I don't have the section of the window on the left as you have.
Let me see how I turn this into okay, there we go.
Satellite.
Okay. No, it doesn't work with mouse. Okay. Make it bigger. Okay. It's a little bit different than yours, huh? This is maximum becomes okay. How do I turn this thing around? Rotate it.
With 2 fingers on your trackpad.
2 fingers.
Rotating the fingers on your trackpad, I guess.
Or in the trackpad. Okay. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you some questions. This is closest I can get. How do you tilt this thing?
Sorry, how do you
Tilt like this?
I think you need to use. Let me check on mine. Excuse me. Alt, Alt, and 2 fingers on your trackpad.
Alt? What's Alt? Command?
Alt. No, it's further left of command.
Option?
I have on my.
Oh, okay, got it. Option, yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, here's the entrance, right?
Hang on a second. Finestra, modifica, visualizza.
Yeah, this is the entrance.
Yeah, that's the entrance.
Tilting, how do I tilt this? Tilting was okay, there it goes. Okay. Okay, so this is and what is this building here? Let me see. How do I I'm not very good at this. Okay, so this is the gate. What is this building
Yes.
here?
Yeah, this is this is you know, the buildings here, Kyong, they come one into the other. They are built in a different time, and they enter one in the other. They are very strange. I would say that's today it holds the house, the apartment of the person in charge to control the building on the ground floor. It also holds on the first floor an apartment.
Okay, and so this is also a little small courtyard, also. And then is there a gate here?
No, it's just a wall. No, sorry, that's not a gate. That's it's not even a wall. It's just 2 columns and
oh, it should be in the picture, right? That you took, right?
No, I don't think so, because I've taken the picture more central.
Oh,
I've taken the picture from the let's say in front of that narrow structure next to the chimneys on the right. Yeah, by there I've taken the picture.
You took it here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, got it. And then this is must be a power plant, right?
That was a that's what do you say? What it was?
Because the chimney, I'm thinking that this was like power plant.
Power plant.
Meaning that it had machines to generate power for the factory, maybe.
You know, I'm not sure what it was, that building. It's a beautiful building. You've seen it from the pictures.
Remember, but you're saying that this should be kept, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
You know, maybe what could leave is the 1 floor structure which is below the chimneys. Yeah.
These here.
These 2 pieces.
That's very ugly.
Yeah.
Okay. But the chimney should be kept, right?
It's beautiful, the chimney.
Okay. Where is your office here?
No, it's
the other side?
No, 2 windows on the right, and then on the vertical building. Let's say it's the building which connects which is closing the small courtyard and attached to the church.
Oh, you mean this section?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. What do you like to see happen here? What kind of use you think would be good?
I think it should have more green and some shadow, because when the sun turns around, it happened to be quite sunny inside here, and so during the summer, after noon, you don't have shadow, just a little bit there, and it becomes
too hot.
Yeah.
What are the use of this building here?
Today, not much. The ground floor, it's used for workshops. There is actually on the ground, on the bottom, there is how to say the basement. On the base, in the basement, there is a workshop of they do frames for paintings. You know, for you give them a painting and they frame it. They work on frames of wood, and some part on the left is also exhibition for renovation they do of furnitures, old furnitures. And then on the first floor there are some apartments accessible from both sides, from inside the cloister and also from the other side, from
maybe you show me with your screen.
Okay.
Let me stop sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead with your map. Let me quickly go to a toilet quickly.
So I was saying on the basement there are the workshops. On the first floor there are exhibition spaces for to sell the some refurbished say furniture, and some apartments also down here, and some of those apartments have also another floor here, but some other have the entrance from the street here, from this street here, and then the last couple of windows they have entrance from a corridor over here. They enter over here, so you enter from here. Oops. They enter here, they go through here, and I should do it like this to be more clear. So they enter here, they go here, here's the staircase, they do the floor corridor, and they enter here on the first floor. So I can tell you what more is.
But generally, just the
yeah, let's say on the
spaces that around the courtyard.
Yeah.
What are being used for, and how much is it overall? You think total empty and used? You know. Yeah.
The last level is completely empty, and it belongs to the region Campania. It's a property of the region Campania.
So it's a public government property.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here on the ground floor there are boxes, how to say, storage spaces, as well as in the courtyard. Sorry, in this inner space here there is some like there is a big space, open space below on the ground level here, which gives access to deposits used by Chinese, by the way.
What do you mean deposits? Storage?
Yeah, storage.
For the Chinese merchants.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here is a dance floor and apartment. This is a part of apartment, and then has big space for dancing.
Oh, that's like dance studio where people come to dance,
Right.
Classes and things like that.
Yes.
Okay.
They have also.
It's a business.
No, it's quite cultural. Actually, it's not really business.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And this space today is an exhibition space for people who works below here to build furnitures, but they are not selling very much, so they have just a small exhibition space here. They used to have it also in these 3 floors of this building here, but
was it like that's where they used to like build furnitures?
Yes, they used to build them below here, and exhibit in this building.
Exhibit in there.
But the space of this building, it's also, you know, not really total here. They because let's say the inner space is not the size we can see here on the terrace. It's a smaller space, and it's difficult to explain, Kyong, because here there is a corridor connecting
I see.
that building to this building, which is taking 1 floor, and the other 2 floors above are smaller. It's a bit strange to describe. And as I mentioned before, here you see also there is a roof connecting I mean, all here it's a roof, but in reality, this should be an open space. The roof has been put extended, yeah, and to close here the property. In fact, the entire property here, this place here, those are different, you know, because I was telling you also here there is an apartment here, but the apartment does like this, and it takes also here. This is the kitchen of the apartment, and it's taking the space below here, no, below here. Whether this one here property goes above that apartment, and this space here is my space below. You see this one here, it's mine, because my property goes like this.
That's not the corridor? That's not the corridor?
That's not?
A hallway.
No, the corridor is below. It's below. This is my property.
I see.
Yeah.
Your space is above the corridor below.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my property, which is then taking this third floor of that building here entirely, like this. And
then what is the floor below in front of your property? That little
the floor below my
property. No, not there. The other side.
Here.
Yeah.
And here, in fact, below here there is the
right there, yeah.
This is empty today. This is part of this building here, which is completely empty.
Okay, that building, that side of the inner courtyard,
like this, you know, this building here, like this, suck.
Yeah.
Suck. This is one property, like this. Chuck.
Okay.
And it's completely empty. Actually, they are trying to sell this building together with the property here for something like 600,000 euro. But it's a high price because the ceiling here is collapsing.
Okay. And that's the part that the furniture company was using.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an exhibition space.
And you think that that building, I'm sorry, the building where the furniture company used for exhibition on the plaza is a very good building.
This is a nice building. This part is nice. Also, that building here is beautiful, and I think it will be even more interesting once this roof and this wall will be removed.
Okay. And you mean like take that part out?
Yes, take this part out. Yeah. And then finishing the description of the uses of the spaces here. Here there is one space used by a social cooperative, which is also owner of that space here. You see these windows, these windows, and these windows.
Oh, so that owns all the way around the courtyard on that floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they need more space. They have also here a workshop. It's a workshop here. And
what kind of things they do? Artists?
They involve also artists for workshops. They work in particularly for to support migrants, Italian lessons of Italian, and they do.
What are Italians?
They do lessons of Italian language.
Oh, language to the immigrants. Okay.
Yeah, but many projects to let's say integrate foreigners. And they do also things in the schools. They do lots of work, social work of different kinds, involving also important artists. And as you might know as well, because
so that's very important organization.
Yes, that's the wealthiest and biggest social cooperative in south of Italy.
Wow.
They are big, and in fact,
you mean so this is not the headquarters, but one of the location.
That's the only location they have in Naples. I think no, maybe they have another location somewhere around here, but that's their headquarters.
So that's like their largest organization for teaching Italian to immigrants in South Italy.
Yes, not just teaching, but also, you know, they do lots of events to, you know.
But they seem to have they don't have much space, right?
No, it's like 400 square meters around here.
Oh, they have that space. Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then they have here space, and then they have also somewhere here some space, because I see people entering here.
Space that you're describing is just
the workshop.
The workshop space for their whole operation.
Yeah, down here, the workshop. They produce, you know, when they work with wood, they work with the fabric, and when they have projects where they involve the artisans, they might do it. They might do some of the work down here. And here there is also some new entrants. New entrants. I don't know what they do here. I just saw them refurbishing. And just finishing about that, I can tell you also that here used to live the famous American artist called Cazzarola, come si chiama?
That's okay. We don't need it, but it was just
okay. But an artist. Here there are several studios of artists, and also the all this last level here of this structure is a studio
for artists.
Artists, yeah.
How many artists you think approximately works there?
Maybe 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe 10. And let's say that maybe 5 artists live in this structure, and 5 others come to work. Let's say also this is an important artistic space, which is called made in cloister.
Yeah, that's what shows up in the Google map.
Yeah, and they have the entire courtyard, and they have also a floor corridor to direct access here to the courtyard from here.
And what do they do? What are they?
They host artists for site-specific project they do inside the courtyard. And they have a variety of events. I mean, they have a number of events. Every year they do a couple of big shows, and with the famous artists, and maybe other 6, 8 events. They are quite busy with stuff. They have even a big kitchen on the ground floor here, which they sometimes use for you know, big actually their cooker, come si dice, the chef they use was doing the last years every month a big event in cooking for the poor of the area, of the surrounding.
And so
gathering.
it seems like they have a lot of space. So they invite artists to come and stay there?
No, they just work here. They don't provide.
So they're local artists from the city.
Usually foreign artists. I haven't seen any Italian artists. I don't remember.
And then what happens in the building with the big roof above the cloister?
Nothing. This is a wooden structure with a steel roof, and used to be a place to dry clothes or to dry leaves for the medicines. Even in the time the priests were using it.
And then the building that you're in, what's happened below? What kind of spaces?
Okay, let's say the underneath the roof, there is an architect who has refurbished and wants to make his studio. And below him, it's me. And farther below is Daedalus Social Cooperative. Daedalus Social Cooperative. And on the sorry, I'm mistaken. Before the social cooperative, there is a doctor who has bought below me, and he doesn't know what to do. We are right now refurbishing the floor, the wooden floor. And and it's an empty space. I can show you sometimes pictures, or when you come you see it. And so below the doctor is the Cooperativa Sociale, social cooperative, and on the ground floor there is the Made-in-Cloister art exhibition space.
Okay. And then the church is what?
The church is a very important church because it holds, it's a very ancient church. Let's say that in the 14th century, there was already a church here. Although the church here is built in the 15th century. The internal part, it's very old, and it's holding bodies or bones of knights died who have been killed during the Crusades. So there are, and it's a very dark and beautiful church. It's an interesting space, and the church has all just that space on the ground floor. You see, this one is walled here. So the church has the ground floor here. Like activities connected with the church. And the church also...
I cannot find the name of the church in my map.
Santa Caterina a Formiello.
Yeah.
No, that one is Made-in-Cloister, it says. Fondazione Made-in-Cloister. It doesn't say the name of the church, unfortunately. I don't know why.
But you already gave me that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it on the
WhatsApp. Yeah.
Eccola qua, Santa Caterina a Formiello.
Oh, okay.
I can send it to you. Via mail. Send it via mail. Okay. And I think I need to go, Kyong.
Yeah. Okay. This is great. I wonder whether we should do similar thing in like we did with here with with the centro.
Centro direzionale.
Yeah, so the students can kind of know what's there more. I mean, we did a little bit, but not as much in detail.
Yeah. I can. It's quite easy there because there are mostly offices, but we can go through there, no problem. The only thing, not tomorrow because I'm in Rome again.
When's the next time you are available?
Friday.
Let me check my schedule.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, I'm starting with the